You are now listening to a member of the Disney Podcast family. Head over to Disney Podcast Family on Instagram to see all the latest posts for this show and links to other great Disney podcasts.
Melissa Pilgrim is our choice for your next Disney vacation. You can reach her at amagicalpilgrimage@gmail.com. We thank her for her support.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejados de las puertas.
Here's a wild ride in the Vista.
Doors changing.
So today on Miles from Main Street, you get Tammy and I. We're going to be talking Love It, Enjoy It, Destroy It, Epcot Attractions. We're going to be looking at some of the attractions in Epcot, some of the food, some of the shows. It's always a fun time when we do these Love It, Enjoy It, Destroy It. Thanks, Tammy, for helping me out this week. I think this is going to be a good one.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
We need to get to the share, like, and subscribe. Hit that like button, subscribe button, and share it with some friends. Let them know. We'd love to have them come along and watch the show with us live, as we are recording this live on Thursday night, and new episodes will always be out on Tuesday. So what we record on Thursday comes out on Tuesday, the following Tuesday. So we would love to have you guys come out and watch it with us live on Thursday nights, 7:00 p.m. This time working out okay?
Yeah, for the most part.
I know it's a little hurried.
It's a little rushed,
Yeah.
but I mean, what about our life isn't, right?
That's so true. So I wanted to go back to last week a little bit. We talked about retheming Tom Sawyer Island. I'm sorry, I still have this cough I'm dealing with, and I may need to step away a couple times to deal with it. So we had a and here I go. We had someone reach out on Facebook, and Dan Bodenstein, I just love this comment that you gave us. This is awesome. His comment was, convert it to Isle of the Lost. Add some quick service restaurants, which I think would be great. I think that'd be awesome. Mm-hmm. Or kiosks themed to the villains of the Descendants. Have a nighttime light show with no guests on the island, showing the villains trying to escape, and add a villain-themed scavenger hunt tied to Magic Band Plus. That's a great idea. I never considered a Magic Band Plus type of scavenger hunt.
Yeah, I mean, that would be, sometimes I feel like you're paying that money for them, but they're not giving you that much bang for your buck. I mean, because I can do anything I could do with that, I could do with my phone, right?
Yeah.
So like, it would be nice to have something that just worked with that.
Yeah, so true. Janelle, thank you so much for stopping by. I got to give you a plug too. She's on early mornings every day of the week, doing live from the Disney parks. Thanks for stopping by to say hello, Janelle. It's so great to see you. I love watching you every day, so I can't wait to tune in tomorrow. But back to Dan. Having some stuff like that light show, even like that's just an idea that
I was just thinking about. It does beg the question, if you had quick service out there, though, how would they get the food out there? But it's Disney, so they'd figure out a way, right?
I know, and we talked about that a little bit last week, whether the utilidors go under there, and I did not go and look that up. But they do have Aunt Polly's, which is a limited quick service. They haven't been running it lately, and I think that's more due to demand rather than supply. So I don't know. I think they, like you said, Disney knows how to do things. They'd figure it out, right?
I love Aunt Polly's. They have the best giant pickles, although you can get them in other places now.
Yeah, you really can. Yeah, Janelle, you're welcome. You people definitely need to get out and watch Janelle in the morning. Disney Parks with Love. It's gonna be it. She does a great job, and she meets characters. She's giving away a cookbook that she had all the characters sign.
Oh,
Like, it's
cool.
really cool. So
See, I have one of those, jobs where I can't watch Disney while I'm working, so I don't get to enjoy it and all this stuff like you do.
I know, but she does a great job. So all right. So Dan, yeah, he gave us a great idea for last week.
Yeah, I really like that, because Descendants is relevant right now, like, it's been a little bit, but, like, you know,
There's a new one coming out.
there is, and think about how popular it is with, like, both of our girls,
Yeah.
like, it would transcend across a few generations, I feel like, so it's something that would be well received right now, I think.
Yeah, and with the new one, I think it's Rise of Red.
That sounds right, maybe, I don't know.
Rise of Red Rose, maybe something
Maybe.
like that. And it looks like that's going to be a really good one.
Mhm.
And the star that's in it, I was like, oh wow, I can't believe she's doing that. And now her name is blanking.
I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, that looks good. And I think Descendants, like you said, has been a good property for Disney Channel. You don't
Mhm.
see Disney Channel stuff in the parks very often.
Mhm.
So I think that's a great idea to have Descendants out on Tom Sawyer Island.
I agree.
Yeah. So let's get into Love It, Enjoy It, Destroy It.
Okay, if we must.
The Love It, Enjoy It, Destroy It. This is coming off of like a kids game that
Mhm.
has been played for many years, and we're going to take 3 items within Epcot for tonight, and we're going to decide which one we're going to love, which means that we love it forever.
And
Which one
can't go anywhere.
can't go anywhere. That's
Can't
right.
change.
Another one we just enjoy, but it's still a good one. And the last one, you have to destroy it.
Sometimes that's really hard.
It is really hard. But that's okay, because we're going to enjoy this and have fun with it. And all right, so let's get into this. I want to turn off this thing. All right. Love it, enjoy it, destroy it. The first one is the one I put out in the video this morning. If you watch my shorts on Instagram or YouTube or TikTok, this is what I was using today. Living with the Land, Journeying into Imagination with Figment, or the Gran Fiesta tour with 3 Caballeros. You laugh and you give me this look like it's my fault. This was your idea.
I know. What did I do to myself?
So, what do you think?
Oh, it's so hard. Can I go backwards?
You can go whatever direction
Okay.
you want.
I'm going to destroy
Wow, she starts off with the bad
the
stuff.
3 Caballeros because although I love that it features Donald Duck and you don't get him much in the parks, I think that even though when you go into um the Mexico like pyramid area, they do have that like display of Coco, that having that ride in there gives them such a great opportunity to do a Coco ride in there. And Coco has such amazing music that I would rather see something like that in there. So
Oh yeah.
that's why I would destroy it. Oh gosh. I'm gonna say sorry to my 11-year-old, but I'm going to like Journey into Imagination with Figment. It's a must ride for us. She loves it. I enjoy it. It could definitely use some revamping. And I know Living with the Land is not popular with kids, but I don't know. I love looking at all the hidden Mickeys that you can find in there. Um, Seeing it at Festival of the Holidays just like gave me like this whole new appreciation for it because just the way they put the lights in there and everything, it was just so cool.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And pulling up the video for today, looking back at that Christmas video, it was very cool looking at that again and realizing just how much, because in the moment, I don't think I realized how decorated they made it for Christmas.
Mhm.
And that was really, really neat to see. Um, you know, Living with the Land has to be the one love it for us. It's always been a favorite, and it's
Yep.
always been one that we've really enjoyed. So I can't disagree with that at all.
Oh.
I'm gonna tear down Figment, destroy it.
Oh my gosh.
I know, right?
Mia's gonna kill ya.
But the only reason I'm doing that is because it just needs a refresh. And that creepy moon at the end, like that's just
That is really creepy. But you don't think Three Caballeros needs a refresh?
you know, I don't. I would
Really?
leave it as an enjoy it. The one thing I have against Three Caballeros is that I confuse it with Small World in my mind sometimes.
No.
It has a lot of that same doll aspect to it
Yeah.
at times. So when I think about parts of that, I kind of confuse it with Small World. So I am going to keep that as my enjoy it, and I'm going to destroy that creepy moon.
It is it's very creepy. I will give you that, yes.
And I would apologize one more time for my cough. It's very annoying. I'm sorry. I'm working through it.
It seems to get worse when you're by me, so I keep telling you you're allergic to me, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but so love it, enjoy it, destroy it. We got some viewers on here, guys. If you want to give us what you would do with these groupings as we go through them, it would be great to have you join us. Again, this last one was Living with the Land, Journey into Imagination with Figment, and the Grand Fiesta Tour with Three Caballeros. Plant Donald Duck may have been the highlight of the Grand Fiesta Tour. I wish I could have seen that in person.
Right.
But they were, yeah, when that animatronic was having issues, like they were so creative with what they were doing with it. So things like that, I think we need to keep Grand Fiesta around. I agree that they could do some Coco, but Donald doesn't get enough love in the parks.
No, he doesn't. I would, like I said, that's the one thing that would make me want to keep it, but I don't know. You got the music from Coco is so good.
It is so good, and I'm glad that they've brought that into the pavilion.
Mm.
And I wish they would, I don't know, make that a little more robust, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, please let us know what you guys are thinking for these great with these things that we're putting together here. So the next one, we're gonna go with some eating. Via Napoli, we're gonna take, and then Le Cellier and Garden Grill. All right. Love it, enjoy it, destroy it. I'll go first on this one since you had to before.
Sounds good.
Via Napoli is going to be my love it. And I think part of that is some of the memories I have tied to it. Obviously, Le Cellier, we were on our honeymoon. It was a wonderful meal. How can you get upset with a really good steak, right?
Right.
But the circumstances around when we went to Via Napoli and just how delicious that pizza is, it has to stay as a love it for me. So Via Napoli gets the love it. Le Cellier gets the enjoy it. I have already, delicious steak. You can't get rid of a good steak. It's a staple of the Canada Pavilion and of Epcot.
Their bread is also amazing.
Yeah, I remember the waiter going through, because they give you those breadsticks, and talking about how each of those breadsticks relates to Canada.
Yep.
And I had no idea how much pretzel bread they make.
No, I didn't either. Wasn't there like a really good soup too? It's been a while since we need to put that back on our list of somewhere to go.
We do have to go.
Time.
They have that beer cheese soup. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of.
I'm gonna jump in here. Mickey File Podcast. Good to see you too, sir. Thanks for coming on. It's been a little while since we've talked, and it was great seeing you guys in Orlando a few months ago. So thanks for coming out and saying hello. I'd be interested to know what you guys think. Via Napoli, Le Cellier, or Garden Grill. And I am going to destroy Garden Grill on this one. Garden Grill, it was a mess when we went to check in.
It really
And
was.
they get you in and out of there pretty quick. The views can be interesting, getting to see living with the land as you're slowly moving around that circle. But it was, it was okay for me. When you put it up against that pizza at Via Napoli and the steaks at Le Cellier, it's got to be the Destroy It.
Yeah. So in boring married fashion, my order is exactly the same as yours. So agree with you, destroying Garden Grill. We're on the upper level, which I think probably didn't help our experience, but it was a mess to check in. They got us in way after we were supposed to be in.
Yeah.
So like even though trying to put all of that aside and just thinking about the food and the characters, like they came to your table, they didn't spend as much time there, I didn't think, as a lot of the other character dining experiences we've done. The way we were sitting, we couldn't even get up to, like, take a picture with them
No, we
if we
really
wanted
couldn't.
to.
And they almost didn't want you to.
Right.
The characters would come around behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought the food was okay, but nothing spectacular. So like Via Napoli and Le Cellier are hard to choose between. For me, and I think in part that's because we haven't been to Le Cellier since we got married, which was more time ago than I want to say. but but I do remember really, really liking everything about it. But I'm gonna say Via Napoli because we've been there more recently and we did like so kind of like nobody probably cares about the story, but like I am a very indecisive person. So we didn't have a reservation, just walked up there and asked if we could sit down. It was just the two of us, and they said it was going to be
20
like
minutes.
a 20-minute wait. So Brian went off to like check out like
just to explore the Italy pavilion a little bit.
Pavilion, and I waited for a name to be called, and they ended up getting us in there in like 5 minutes. So I texted him and was like, "Hey, I have a table already." And it took him a little bit to get back. And like by the time he got back, I had already ordered a wine flight and I had already ordered a pizza. And he was like amazed because like I made a decision. I was like, "Nope, this is where we're going. This is what we're having." And I like never do that. And it was very good. We had the margarita pizza.
I believe that's
and
correct.
the wine flight, and they were both excellent.
Yeah, it was very impressive to us. Mikhailo was not impressed with the meat pizza at Via Napoli, but the margarita pizza Kristen made up for it. And he says that's the way to go at Via Napoli.
I haven't had anything else there, but I don't know that if I went there again, I would order anything else because it was amazing.
I feel like we had something with prosciutto on it.
Maybe.
I just remember loving the pizza. Yeah. So Mickey File, Karen is a huge GG fan, Garden Grill fan, loves her character meals. I love the pizza at Via Napoli, but the service is often pretty meh. Le Cellier is the enjoy.
I mean, like I said, if we had been to Le Cellier more recently, my order might have changed. Possibly.
Yeah. And I agree. I think we need to get that back on our list.
Yeah. I was just thinking about that today where I was like, I want to say that I've gone to like every dining experience there is and like all the parks and all the resorts. But I was just talking to Kristen today and I was like, that's so hard for me though, because like there's these places we just love. And how do I not go back there? Because like I know I'm going to love it. I know exactly what I want to get there. So it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to throw in the new places.
It is hard to do that when you love something so much.
Yeah.
But when it's like Epcot, it's so hard not to because there's so much to choose from.
There is, yeah.
All right. So thank you guys for that feedback. As we're going through these, please give us your comments. Let us know what you think. All right. The next one, we're going for specific food items here.
Okay.
All right. So we've got the school bread in Norway, La
Mhm.
Kringla, I
Um,
don't know, bakery, something or other. The caramel popcorn at Caramel Kucha,
mhm.
and the croque glacé, or just the ice cream, in the France Pavilion at L'Artisan des. I was going to ask Paige how to say this. I don't know. L'Artisan des Glaces. I don't know. I'm sure I butchered that, and I apologize to every French-speaking person out there. So ice cream, school bread, and caramel corn.
Okay. You want me to go first this time?
Yes.
I am going to love it, the caramel corn, with a caveat that you need to eat it fresh.
Yeah, you do.
Because one time we got it because everyone had been telling us how good it was. You could smell how good it was. And we were so full from whatever we had just eaten. Maybe it was Via Napoli. I don't even remember. And so we brought it home and it was so stale and gross. But when you eat it fresh, it's amazing. Now, I know they're also known for their caramel bar, which I don't think we've ever had. So I want to put that on my list for next time.
Yeah, I almost went and grabbed one when we were there, but yeah.
And then I would like it the ice cream because you can never really go wrong with ice cream. Although when we're in France, that's not what we go for. We go back to the
To the patisserie.
yeah, and
Leal, yeah.
we usually get the like strawberry tart thing, one of the like ham and cheese sandwiches, and the macaroons, macarons, however you say that. So yeah, I just kind of feel like I can get ice cream anywhere, but you just really can't go wrong with ice cream. And sorry, Mikhailo, I see that you are a school bread all day fan. Do not like the school
I
bread.
didn't care
I would
for it.
destroy it. I am like 98% Norwegian. Love the lefse, love like krumkake and rosettes, but do not like school bread. So I would destroy that.
Yeah, I would definitely, like you said, you can't go wrong with ice cream. So I think I'm gonna go start with the ice cream, especially, and I haven't had it. I'm sorry. I'll do it next time. I'll get it next time. But the croque glacé, the sandwich that they like panini press type of
Mhm.
thing, with ice cream in the middle. I really want to try that. That looks amazing. So I'm gonna put that first. And then caramel corn is going to be my second, because as we talked about, the school bread is not good. I just didn't like it. Was dry. I don't mind, Mikhailo, you're a coconut fan, but I I am too. I don't mind coconut, but it was just dry, and the
No,
flavor wasn't there for
I
me.
loved the coconut macaron in Disneyland, that the Matterhorn one. I
Mhm.
thought that one was really good.
Yeah. Mickey File.
What is a caramel flight? I must know more about this.
Well, first of all, he says ice cream, school bread, popcorn. That's where he would go, just as I had first said.
Oh, yeah.
But the caramel flight, please tell us more. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Like, I feel like I know something about this, but I don't know what the caramel flight is.
I don't think I do know anything about it.
Yeah. So please let us know what the caramel flight is. Um, yeah, back to France. Like, I feel like you can get a lot of good stuff there. And going to Leal, in the back, like, I walked back there at one point on our last trip, and the line was a mile long. It
Well,
was just packed.
And now they've added the crepes in there too, which are amazing.
Oh, those crepes, yes. They they were really, really good. And we skipped them on this last trip in February, and I wish we wouldn't have,
I
because they
know.
were so good.
I know.
Mikhailo, thanks. That's
It's a flight with caramel. I mean, that's very informative. Thank you.
he's so helpful.
Right.
All right. we're gonna move on. I think it's time to get into this next one. And we're going festivals here, guys. So we're gonna go Flower and Garden,
Food and wine,
Food and Wine, or Festival of the Arts.
farts.
Is it my turn to start?
Sure.
Oh boy. Okay. So I am going to I already know how you're going to say this. That's the problem with having the married couple do something like this. We're just going to keep saying the same thing, but
I might shock you. Maybe.
maybe.
I might. You
All
never
right.
know. Like to keep you on your toes.
Oh, hey. We've got the Caramel Flight.
We do? Where
Yes.
is it? I don't see it.
Well,
I want it now.
Mickey Filed has told us it's
Oh,
four.
okay.
I was thinking it was 3, so you already got me there. 4 pieces of caramel, almost like fudge. Flavors are seasonal, but they are like strawberry daiquiri or espresso martini.
Yum. Well, we will be there in October.
Okay, Caramel Flight,
That needs to go on our list.
Caramel Bar,
Yes.
Caramel Corn.
Yes.
There's a love it, enjoy it, destroy it in itself.
It's a lot of caramel.
It is. Tell you what, let's do that on this next trip and we'll report back.
Okay.
All right. Caramel Flight. I love that idea. Yeah. Thank you for letting us know that one. All right. Back to festivals. Food and Wine, Flower and Garden, or Festival of the Arts.
Yes.
My enjoy it is going to be Flower and Garden.
Okay.
Flower and Garden is when Epcot is at its prettiest. They put on the best ball gown and it shows in everything, everywhere in that park.
Yep.
Not to mention that flower quilt right up by the front. By the lagoons in between the two separated lands. So I'm going with my enjoy it being Flower and Garden. Okay. I'm destroying Food and Wine.
Okay.
The original, the only reason we have festivals there is Food and Wine. I'm getting rid of it. Let's come up with something else because it's just food and wine. And when I'm in a theme park, I guess I'd rather have a little more than that. And for so then my my love it, I'm sorry, is Festival of the Arts. We got to enjoy that this first time around in February, and I loved it. I love that they're doing performance arts. I love that there's all kinds of art around us, art as you would think, pictures up, all over the place. There's, just the food is a work of art in itself. And it's not overwhelming. Food and Wine has over 30 booths. I think one year it was 35. And to go to Festival of the Arts when they had like 15, it's much more manageable. I can try more and enjoy it more. And it was a better experience for me. Mikhailo disagrees. He's destroying the farts.
Why do we like him?
I'm trying to figure that out myself. He loves Food and Wine and he enjoys Flower and Garden. And as he says, there I said it. Well, Kylo, I don't know.
I still love you. It's okay.
Yep. We'll still keep you around.
So I too am going to destroy Food and Wine because when I go to a festival, I'm not just there for the food.
Yeah.
I want things to look at. I want things to do, things to see. And Food and Wine, while they have great food, I mean, there's world-renowned chefs there cooking things.
Right. Yeah.
That's just what it is Food and Wine. I am going to like Festival of the Arts, which is you probably thought I'd do the same thing as you. I thought Festival of the Arts was amazing. This was the first time we got to go to it. I got to see one of my favorite artists and bring
Mhm.
home a signed print from him. We got to see Broadway singers, all amazing things. But I don't think you can beat the sculptures and the flowers and everything at Flower and Garden.
You know, they have this new Figment display near the Dreamer statue that they just unveiled, and it just looks beautiful with these purple flowers and Figment in front of it. Like it's so pretty.
Yeah. I mean, like, I so our pretty much our whole house is decorated in Disney. So our dining room has Disney curtains, reupholstered our table and chairs with Disney fabric. So we actually have pictures hanging on our wall that are pictures that I took when one of the times that I took my good camera to Disney, which usually I don't do because I don't like carrying it around. But one of the pictures we have hanging in there is actually of the flower sculpture from Bambi. So, like, I don't know, like, I went crazy taking pictures of
You
the
did.
sculptures,
Yeah.
but they're just so cool. Like, I think that would be a really fun job to have at Disney creating that stuff.
Yeah, and they do like every year they up their game with those
Mhm.
topiaries. It's just amazing. Mickey File podcast, Flower and Garden is their love it farts, and then they're destroying food and wine. Sorry, Mikhailo, we're ganging up on you. And I have to ask, when it comes to wine, you said what about the wine? It's mostly beer, isn't it?
I mean, when we go to the festivals at Epcot, we don't usually get the drinks
No, we don't.
unless it's something really unique that we really wanna try, because we usually just tend to spend our money on the food.
Yeah,
So, I don't know.
yeah. I need to plug Mickey File a little bit here. If you guys want current news and reviews on new things, definitely go check out the Mickey File podcast. They do a great job of seeing some of the new stuff when it comes out and giving you great reports on it. So definitely go check them out
Is this who you met when we were at,
at
Hangar Bar?
yes,
Okay.
Jack Lindsay. Yep, that is them. They gave us all kinds of really cool
They
things.
did,
And
yes.
that reusable straw, man, that's so cool. I was using that right away the next day.
Mhm.
Like my daughter's like, they didn't give me a straw. I'm like, here, I got one. It's perfect. So yeah, definitely go check them out. They're a lot of fun and really great people. So and he also says the France, Italy, and Spain, that's about all the wine he notices. And and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's year round, isn't it? Don't they have like in those three, or maybe Germany's thrown in there, that they have like a tasting that you can pay like $30 or $40 for a glass, and then that gets you like 2 tastings in each country, I want to say.
Something along those lines,
Yeah,
yeah.
but like you said, we don't drink a lot when we're there, so
Not really,
yeah.
no.
And Mikhailo, before you say anything that has nothing to do with when we go to Trader Sam's, all
Right.
right?
And I think, it's been a little while since we've been at Food and Wine, and we weren't really so hanging
Last
out
time,
with Mikhailo and Kristen more, I don't know about you, but, like, I have a better appreciation for Epcot and what Epcot is now than I ever used to before. Like, I would have always said that that was my least favorite park before, and now I would put it at 2nd or 3rd for me, and I think that's because, like, they've shown us how to kinda do the festivals and how cool and unique they can be. So, I am looking forward to going back in October and kind of experiencing Food and Wine differently than we have
mhm.
before. The only problem with that is we're not 100% sure we're going to Epcot yet, but I would like to, so we'll see.
Yeah, and maybe we just splurge and get a hopper
Yeah,
and do a couple of things with that. But all right, so we need to move on.
we do.
Let's take some of the pavilions themselves. And this is another one you had come up with.
I know. Why do I put myself in these situations?
So we've got the UK Pavilion, England,
Yep.
fish and chips.
Yep.
We've got Morocco,
Mm-hmm.
tasty bread,
Mhm.
flatbread. I'm sorry, not flatbread, non-bread.
Non-bread, yeah.
And then we're going with the American Pavilion.
Mm-hmm. And I have to go first.
Boom.
Goodness. Okay. I'm going to love it, the UK, because the fish and chips are always good when we've gotten them.
Okay.
The like Beatles tribute band we've seen a few times, and they're always a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And Winnie the Pooh,
And Winnie the Pooh.
yes, with Christopher Robin's room.
Well, come on now. Like, that's like throwing Winnie the Pooh in there is like not a fair fight now, because he's like the creme de la creme of your characters. And
but Christopher Robin's room's there, so how could I destroy that?
well, all right, that's
It's my love it.
yeah.
My like it is going. Oh goodness. Okay, so I don't know what to do with this because like I feel like Morocco needs more than it has. So like I want to destroy that, but I also kind of want to destroy America because like I live here, so we never really want. Although we end up always spending a ton of time in America for some reason when we're at Epcot.
It's a good place to take a break. And now that they've got a Regal Eagle there, like, I mean, come on.
So I think I would like it America because they've got the Regal Eagle, which we really like, and they have the what are the name? I'm blanking on the name of the singers in the choir people.
Mikailo's trying to start a fight here. You hate America.
I know. Hey, I'm liking America. What's the name of the singers in the thing? Voice of the Liberty.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yeah.
I really like them.
I'm sorry.
And then I would destroy Morocco just because like the food is good. I mean, we have eaten there a few times. I do enjoy the food, and there's some cool things to look at there, but I just feel like it needs more there.
True. It would be nice to see a little bit more there, but I don't know. It's interesting.
Noah says, "Who are you kidding? You know you'll end up at Epcot in October." Yes, I'm pretty much 100%. We will. Like,
I know.
I think we're gonna have to get a park hopper to do it because Mia really wants to do Hollywood Studios, and I really want to do a full day in Magic Kingdom. So we'll have to figure it out. But
yeah, you're right, Noah. That's where we're gonna end up.
Maybe we'll just extend by a day.
It might help with our flights if we do. I don't know. All right. So is US boring because it's home?
See, that's where I was going at first, because it's like, yeah, it is. So it's not teaching me per se anything new or providing me with foods that we haven't had before. But I don't know. It'd be interesting to be able to see it from a perspective of it not being home, and like, what do other people think about it that don't live here, you know?
Yeah, that's true. And I think that's why it's a good reason to have it there too, is when you have so many people coming from out of the country.
Right.
You know, for me, I think my love it's going to be England or the UK Pavilion because of some of the same things you said. You know, the British Invasion Band. We used to always stop there for a break, grab a beer, sit and share the beer and watch them perform. I have to enjoy America because of the American Gardens Theater. we got to see Candlelight Processional.
Hmm.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Um, Candlelight Processional. We got to see uh, some of these great performers. I want to say Chris Christopherson, I believe, was there when we were there for Flower and Garden. Um, and Mikhailo's going soon to see Simple Plan. And there's always these great concerts going on when you're there,
Right.
and it's a great venue for that. So as much as I don't want to destroy Morocco, because I do love that pavilion, there's a lot of great items there. If you get a chance, go in. When you start walking in, you've got Tangerine Cafe to the left, and they've got some great food in there. I'm sorry, to the right. And when you go to the left, there's a little museum that you can go
Mhm.
into, but a little bit further back, there is a very quiet space with a fountain,
Yep.
and it's all tiled up.
It's
It's
beautiful. Yeah.
beautiful. Yes. And and they are actually breathing some life into this a little bit. They're going to be putting the annual pass holder lounge, that because they're going to be celebrating annual pass holders for the next 6 weeks. So the lounge is going to be back in Restaurant Marrakesh, because they haven't reopened that yet. And it's going to breathe some life into the pavilion, and I think that's what it needs. It's kind of fallen to the wayside a little bit since Disney took control,
Yeah.
and I would like to see it. I'd like to see that. I don't know, get more life again.
Like
So
some entertainment of some sort would be cool, I feel like.
yeah, I would agree with that. Let's see. I'm falling behind on comments. Uh, Mickey File Podcast says, if you like the band at UK, they play around Disney World at different names. They were at Garden Rocks as the Hooligans yesterday, and will be at GR again next week, Garden Rocks, as the M80s. And they play at Disney Springs too. I've heard of both of those. I didn't realize that that's what they do. So I'll have to keep an eye out, because they are a lot of fun to watch.
They are.
Yeah. Mikhailo says the US is boring because that stage show takes up so much space, and the only reason you go into those rooms is to see it. I feel like you can roam in the other countries and can't so much in America. I would, there is a large attraction in the American Pavilion, the American Adventure, which
Right.
we have not done. And I probably should do that. I've heard it's pretty neat to see. But because of that, it does takes away from, and because of the stage, it does take away from that pavilion.
Hmm.
It narrows it down, and you don't get as much there. But again, Mikhailo, most of their guests are Americans. So how much do you need to have there to promote the country? Right.
Right.
I love that we can walk back to the back of Japan and see a thing about the kawaii culture.
Hmm.
That you can go into the China Pavilion and see a movie and see another display about Shanghai Disney, and they've got all these great cultural things going on there. I can walk off property and get into a Walmart and see a lot of the same kinds of things I might see in the American Pavilion. Maybe not the music, but um, it's just, I think that might be why we kind of skip through it, even though we spend so much time. Like,
I think partly we spend a lot of time there when the kids are with us, though, because um that's what they'll eat.
that's
Is
true.
Regal Eagle.
It's really
So,
true. Yeah. Mickey Files throwing in the Spasmatics is another name that they use. All great stuff. I'm gonna have to remember that when we're going around. One thing that we don't do enough is hang out in Disney Springs too, like just kind of checking out the performers and stuff.
no, we tend not to, and we tend to especially not be there at night, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which they're gonna have that drone show this summer.
Mhm.
That's gonna really be cool. All right. Again, guys, as you're watching, I would love to get your comments as to what you think of these groupings. So the next one is Remy. Frozen and Finding Nemo, The Living Seas with Nemo.
Mm-hmm.
So
turn.
it's my turn.
It is.
All right. Well, I am going to. I'm having trouble with this a little bit. Frozen took a it. Why am I forgetting the name of the ride? Maelstrom. It took the Maelstrom away from us.
I know. But we still have the troll.
But we do have the troll, and I still remember some of the ride, even though because the ride system's still the same.
Mm-hmm.
So Frozen is really great, and it's one that I want to just put up there as my love it. I do. I really want it up there because Remy is really good.
It is.
It's really good. I'm having trouble choosing. So let me get to the Destroy It, I guess. I'm getting rid of Nemo. Part of it is that, again, I get confused with Little Mermaid for some reason. Maybe it's the clamshell ride vehicle, right? Mickey File says the Destroy is easy. Am I right? Is it Nemo? I mean, for me, that's what it is Nemo. And I do like the projections that they put on the aquarium. Like, I think that is really neat technology to use. So, that's where I'm gonna have to go for my Destroy. My love it and my enjoy it. It's kind of going back and forth. I think I'm gonna throw Frozen into the love it section, and I'm gonna make Remy the enjoy. And Remy is so cool. But Frozen, just the history all there, I think is really cool.
I think you better catch up on your comments.
I think I better, right? Yeah. So let's go. Lawrence from the Diz Pod. Hello. Thank you for coming on and saying hello, buddy. Go check out the Diz Pod, guys. That we were on their show a few weeks ago. They were on the show too, on ours, and great show they have. They go live a lot in the parks as well. Do a really great job. So thanks for stopping by, Lawrence. He also wants to know, can we keep the aquarium if we get rid of the Nemo ride? Of course. Yes. I am not saying that the whole pavilion is gone. I'm just saying the ride is gone. So even though Mikhailo, I'm sorry, buddy, but I want to keep that aquarium, man. It's got to go. It's all right. I'm sorry. It's got to stay. The aquarium is just too cool. We need somewhere for the manatees to stay. We need somewhere for the dolphins to hang out. So, yeah, I'm keeping the aquarium. The ride's going. We'll find something else to put there. Let's see. Mikhailo, he loves Frozen. He enjoys Remy, and he's going to destroy Nemo just like this one, just like I had said. He said it wasn't hard for him. So,
no, he said it was hard for him.
This one was actually, it was actually, well, good. Did you struggle like I did between Frozen and Remy, and Nemo was just the natural choice there? Anyway, I did struggle a little bit. Mickey File Podcast, we literally talked about Frozen this week. I want to love it, but there's so much empty space between scenes. That's a good point. Yeah. There is a lot of empty space in there. I never thought about that. Remy would be way better if it opened before Rise, and didn't it open before Mickey and Minnie?
I don't know.
Mickey and Minnie's opened right before. It was only open for like 2 weeks before COVID. So, anyway, Remy, if it had opened before Rise, I could see, yeah, like it was kind of a let's throw it in there because we need something. I feel like, and we've got this ride ready from Paris. I still enjoy it though. I don't think it's better than riding Nemo at all. But Frozen. So I'm guessing you're saying we love Frozen. I'm having trouble there, Mickey File, which way you're going, but I hear you, I see you, and yeah. What do you think, Tammy? Where are you going with this?
They said Mickey File said they give Remy the win. I thought.
Oh, I missed that. Okay, yes. Yeah. So and Remy, Frozen, Nemo. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I would like Remy. It's a solid ride. Our kids really enjoyed it. It's a fun ride. I don't know if it's not spectacular, but it's good.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. Um, I would destroy Frozen.
You would
Honestly,
destroy.
I would.
Wow.
Um, and
You got to
I
let it
feel
go.
I feel
It's
like
just.
it's because I loved Maelstrom so much. This is part of my reason, but um, I would actually love it Nemo, and I think that that's because okay, so I would destroy Nemo if we had to get rid of the aquarium, but if we're keeping the aquarium with it, then I would love Nemo.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
yeah. So you're
Okay,
loving the aquarium, not necessarily the ride.
right. So like Epcot is kind of lacking for things for children to do. And that provides it something that our kids loved. Like so the first time we went on that ride, we got sucked into that aquarium for probably over an hour
It was a
because
long time.
our son just went crazy for it. And I feel like at that time we probably hadn't trying to remember if he had gone to Shed's Aquarium with your mom before that or I think it was after that. So he
Yeah.
probably hadn't really experienced a big aquarium like that before. So I just have a lot of good memories of following him around in there and how awesome he thought it was. So I don't know. Yeah, like the ride itself for Nemo, I think is fine. Like it's one of the rides that we get on, and as a family, we all sing along together at the top of
Yeah,
our
we
lungs.
do.
That's probably why you get it confused with The Little Mermaid because we do the same thing on there. But yeah, so that's my order.
Kids love the aquarium and Turtle Talk with Crush.
Yep.
Yeah, Park Bros, you're right. I had forgotten Turtle Talk with Crush is in
It
there,
is, yeah.
and that's such a
It
fun
is, yeah.
attraction. I love doing that. So, um, yeah, it's yeah, Mikhailo in the big blue world. Yeah, we do sing that at the top of our
Mhm.
lungs. It's easy to sing, and then you got it stuck in your head.
Mhm.
Yeah. Let's see. Park Bros or Mikhailo, Park Bros. Yeah, I feel like those three rides opened in the exact wrong order, in my opinion. And you're right. Had they gone a different direction, I think we'd still love them, or we'd love them a little more each of them. So, um, let's see. Are we good on that, guys? Should we move on? Got two more here. This one is performers. Mariachi Cobre, the Matsuritsa drummers in Japan, or the Jammers.
I'm up on this one.
I don't remember.
Okay, I'll go. I would love it, the Janitors. They're so much fun. I mean, not only is their drumming and music cool, but like they're kind of telling jokes and interacting with you while you're watching them, which I think is really cool. Um, I would love it. The I don't know their
The
name.
Matsuritsa
Yes, thank you.
drummers.
Yes. Um, I maybe I just have a love for drumming because I married a drummer. I don't know.
It could be.
That
It
could
could
be,
be.
yeah. So, yeah, I would they're always fun. I always enjoy watching them. And then I would destroy Mariachi Cobra.
Yes, you
I
said
don't
that
know.
right.
I know. I don't know why, just because I have to destroy something. So,
I mean, that's part of the game is which one do you have to get rid of, right?
yeah.
Um, so for me, I'm gonna love Jammers. A lot of the same things. Like I'm a drummer and they're the type of drumming I enjoy and they can play, man. They just play so well. Um so they're my top. And then again, I'm a drummer, but I'm gonna go Mariachi Cobre as my enjoy it.
Okay.
There's something about mariachi music that I find so fun and
Mhm.
joyful. And then they can turn it boom and like they're just singing this ballad and you're just dying over it. Like I think that band does a really good job. And so the Matsuritsa drummers for me would be the Destroy It only because I don't feel like there's a rewatch ability with them. It's kind of once you've seen them, you've seen them.
I get that. Yeah.
So Park Bros is going with Love It Mariachi, Enjoy It Jammers. We destroying the drummers? Oh, the Japanese. I thought you were going to destroy me, Lawrence. Holy cow. And Mickey File, we're going Love It Drummers, Enjoy It Jammers, and Destroy It Mariachi. All right. I love it. So that's a good list. All three of them are fun.
They are. I mean, it's really hard to destroy any of the entertainment in Epcot.
It really is. And I feel like we've lost a little bit too, like that Canada Off Kilter band used to play all the time. They were so much fun. So it's hard to want to get rid of any of the entertainers, but that's the game. And so we're going to get rid of, or I'm getting rid of the Japanese drummers. So, all right. On to the last one here. I'd save the biggest for the last here. Are you ready?
No, I don't like this one.
Test Track, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Soarin'. I think you just went first, right?
Yes.
Okay. So for me, my love it is going to be Guardians of the Galaxy. And maybe this is that recency thing you were talking about, Lawrence, but I'm going to go with Guardians as my love it. It's just, to this day, watching videos, riding it as much as we have, I cannot tell you what the story is of how we go from getting onto the ride and that backup part, when you launch backwards, that's where I lose the story. And all of a sudden we've saved the galaxy. And I can't tell you what we did to do it. I don't know. But I had a heck of a lot of fun and I went spinning around a planet.
Spun around a lot and orbited the world.
And I sang to the song, whatever of the 6 songs it was that I sang to it, and it was awesome. I had a great time. So I'm going with Guardians as my love, and I'm going to enjoy Soarin'. I always enjoy it. I really liked Soarin' over California. That was a lot of fun. Getting on to see that finally. And Soarin' over World, the soundtrack I think is what really does it for me. Not to mention the views in the movie that you're watching. It's just so cool. And then I'm going to go with Test Track as our Destroy It. They're going to revamp it again.
Yeah.
If it was Crash Test Dummy Test Track, I'd have something to say about that. I think that it's worth keeping at that point, but it is what it is at this point. And hopefully whatever they're coming up with will be a little more interesting.
Yeah, I've said it a million times and I'll say it again. Ever since Wreck-It Ralph came out, I think it's the perfect opportunity to make Test Track a Candy Crush ride.
Yeah.
I would destroy that as well. I only ride it because Mia likes it so much. Otherwise, it would be a skip for me. And I in boring fashion again, I'm the same order as you. Like, you have to give the love it to Guardians of the Galaxy. It's amazing. Like, the music is blasting. It's a really, really fun ride. And Soarin' is fine. Like, we always enjoy it. I think it could use a new storyline, a new video to go with it, but it's always an enjoyable ride.
It would be nice to see a new version of Soarin' Around the World. And maybe not so much digital. I know a lot of people don't like how digitized it is, but I think that would be cool to see a new version of that. Let's see. Mickey File Podcast says Guardians of the Galaxy is their love it. Soarin' is their enjoy it. And he says even Disney thinks we should destroy Test Track.
Right.
And Park Bros is agreeing with Mickey File.
Disney just needs to listen to me and make it Wreck-It Ralph themed.
I think it would be fun if we had some sort of race thing going on, like they do out at the Cars Land out in
Yeah.
Disney California Adventure. With maybe you're racing Vanellope
Mhm.
as you go outside. I think that would be kind of fun. So yeah, I think that was a lot easier, that last one, than maybe I wanted it to be, but
I don't know. Like, I had a little bit of decisions to make between Guardians of the Galaxy and Soarin', but I mean, ultimately, it's just a way better ride.
yeah. All right, well, guys, thank you, Mickey File Podcast. Thank you so much for coming out and talking with us. Park Bros, the Diz Pod, go check them out. Lawrence, thank you so much for helping us out tonight. Mikhailo, it's good to see you helping us out with this.
And Noah,
And Noah, thanks for stopping
Shout
by.
out.
Yeah, shout out to all these guys.
and you are always right, Noah. I agree.
And Janelle, thank you, Janelle, for stopping in and saying hello. That was great to see you. I hope you guys will join us next week when we are live again on Thursday night. And this episode will come out as the podcast on Tuesday. So every Tuesday you'll get the new podcast in your podcast app, and I add it to the podcast feed on Tuesdays on YouTube as well. So come on out and join us every Thursday night, 7:00. We're live on YouTube and Facebook. It'd be great to have you bring someone along, a friend. So guys, thanks for coming along and talking with us tonight. Thank you, Lawrence. Thanks for that great episode. Let's see, what else have I got here for my notes? There's just one more request to hit the like button, subscribe to the show, and share it with a friend.
Yeah.
So, as we like to say, some live close,
But others don't.
so let's talk about it. We'll see you next time on Miles from Main Street.